Hello, fellow robots out there in internet land. I am Sorbatron, and welcome back to the next episode of Titancraft Season 6 here on Tango Tech's Patreon server. Guys, if you're interested in joining this crazy group of people, and trust me, we are insane, to play some Minecraft, link in the description for Tango Tech's page, all the information you need to register and sign up for this server, because it is pretty fantastic. I mean, we're a week in, and things are already getting nuts, particularly with us, but I'll get to that in a second. You guys can see I got Elytra. It's great. It's fantastic. I've been missing these things for the last week because, yeah, I needed these so bad. A friend of ours, Doobie, he asked me if I had an Elytra. I said no, so he offered one up as long as I gave him a fresh one when I went N rating, and N rating I did go. Rockets were the limiting factor though. We only had so much gunpowder, so I wasn't able to stay out there for too long while I was N rating, but I was out there long enough to get the one I got to give back to Doobie, plus one for Cash, DJ, Pikoshi, and Sham, as well as some shulker shells that I'm going to split amongst us, because we all love these things oh so much. But I want to enchant them up for those guys first, seeing as I'm the villager trader. I have the best XP source, so I'm just going to do it for them. But yeah, in between, guys, we've done a lot more digging here at this farm. It has been truly insane how many wither skeletons have been spawning in there, among other things. So we're working a lot on this. We want to try to get this up and running as quickly as possible. And that is for one very particular reason. We need to sell all of these skulls. All of these skulls need to be sold. Actually, I think 3 of them have been sold already. We're just waiting to deliver them, but, it takes a while to get out to the shopping district. But I'm just waiting for Sham to message me and tell me that the shop's ready for stocking. So I'm going to, do some more conditioning here. I think I actually have a spot up there I'm going to do that's a little bit closer to the platform. So lots more digging's going to happen. But I'll be back once Sham tells me the shop is good, and we'll make our way there. And I'll show you guys some more stuff, because I think the last time we were kind of in that area, like the nether hub was nothing, spawn had very little in it, but a lot has changed, so I want to show you guys all the craziness that's happened. And literally, it's been a week and a day since the server went live, and it's already getting insane. But I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm going to put some pics to work, and I'll be back in a while. Sham messaged me about 10 minutes after that last clip, so I didn't spend too much time over by our Wither Skeleton farm. I just wanted to comment on all of the work everyone's been doing here, like just getting these paths in as far as they've gone so far, and with more to come, because there's going to be a lot more digging that's required for this, with these big tunnels and things. So, lots of glass, lots of ice, and lots of black stone. This place is going to look so awesome when it's done, and let's mine the gap. Yeah, I think we have 9 portals in here total. There's 4 down here, and then 5 up top. A lot of this design you'll find in various parts of the world right now, where the mods have done some pre-established things, but all of this was, gathered and built in survival, and it just looks full-on insane right now. I can't wait to see the final result. All I've seen is a screenshot looking out from the main tunnel, so I have no idea what the actual hub plans are, in store for us. So this place, yeah, it's looking so good. But what I really want to show you is just the expanse that has happened at spawn right now. So many shops, dozens of them. And even right now, there's a whole crew of people who are terraforming and redesigning the shopping district. They're replacing all the mycelium with grass. They're doing these basalt and blackstone paths. So I'm going to head on through, and then I'm going to climb up to the top of the volcano so we can get a bird's eye view. And I tend to lag right here in the Titan. And then that happens, and then that happens. I get very scared, and then that happens, and I know I'm good. It gets really scary. I think this was the path up, if I remember correctly. No. I know there's a path up here somewhere. Where'd it go? Ah, who cares? Look at it. It's looking so good right now. It's looking so, so good. Wow, this was not like this like 2 hours ago. Oh, complete insanity. I need to find the way up there again. Oh, I totally forgot how to do it. But yeah, let's, that face. But yeah, let's, show the shop. So initially we had a very basic shop, and we kept telling people where it is, and they couldn't find it, and now we just tell them the big tall building right there. Sham has built this crazy, impressive-looking building up here, but he had to go to bed. He's, in the UK, and they are, 5 hours ahead of where I am, so I told him I'd come in here and finish it off, because we have all of our stock out here, temporarily. But right now, it looks a lot bigger than it is, though. It looks a lot bigger than it is. The top or two floors don't have anything in there. So really, it's just the ground floor and then the second floor. So what we're thinking is the second floor would be for all the books we're gonna sell, and then the ground floor is gonna be all the other miscellaneous things, to include glass and more glass, because byproduct, iron, because it's still limited right now for everybody. But then up front and center is these wither skulls. So this is the one guy who's paid me in advance. So we're selling them for 24 diamonds each right now because there's not a very sustainable supply. Hey, BLK. So yeah, BLK is one of our neighbors. He lives like 500 blocks away from us. So I'm going to restock this. I'm going to move everything inside. And once that's done, I'm going to make a little announcement saying that we have more stock. And I want to see how long it takes. Look, this place is just looking insane. Sham did a great job designing this thing because it just catches the eye like nobody's business. So yeah, I'm gonna restock this, and I really want to see if I can sell this out in like 10 minutes, because that would be nuts. Everybody's asking for them, and we're the only ones who have a really big supply. But I'll be back in a few minutes. Hopefully, I have some impressive news to share. So I've installed the first of these little zombie pigman trap things as a proof of concept to see if it works, and it works fantastically. So what I've done is I've gone to where I've marked out the crossroads. There's a sign down there. I don't know, you can barely see it. So there's a sign down there that each one of those marks our crossroads, and I've gone up, I placed the sand and the egg on top, blocked it in with these trapdoors, and these three pigmen right here, they spawned up on this top level, and they instantly tried to aggro that egg. Now, they can't see it, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to add one more of these on every level, and I'm going to do that for all 4 of the crossroads that I have identified. And then underneath this, I'm going to do a little drop shoot and just kill them and collect all the little bits of gold they drop. It'll come in handy, honestly, because we don't have much of that right now, and it's not all that sustainable for us right now. And I think I might have to cut into that pillar right there to do this. It'd be nice if there's a... It probably is. There's probably a pillar on all of these crossroads, so that'll actually help a lot, so I don't have to kind of traverse over the lava. It shouldn't take me too long, though, and hopefully I can show you guys. I want to do it in glass, so you guys can see the rain of pigmen that's happening, and I think it'd just be cool to do for myself and for my friends to see it at the same time. I got Cash over here just to help me keep the mobs under bay while I'm working on this, because we just had a pretty ridiculous fight, and we're up to a few more skulls now. I think last I checked we're at 7 more. That's some lag. 8 more. Even better. So these things are going like hotcakes. I know people are asking for them. I'm pretty sure we're sold out at this point, so it'd be really nice. Hi, Cash. It'd be really nice to supply these guys with some more, and installing this little mechanism is going to really help us keep the mob cap down so that when pigmen spawn in, we don't even have to deal with them anymore. So I'm going to finish this off. I'll be back in a couple hours probably, because it's going to take a while to dig through all that nether brick. And I'll show you, hopefully, the rain of pigmen that ensues. I decided to only use 3 of these little zombie pigmen traps. This one over here was kind of off-centered, and just for symmetry's sake, I figured I'm just going to leave it out. And eventually all this is going to go away anyway. Now, one thing I've neglected to talk about is why we're using this platform. Why don't we just go with a smaller, mob design? There's tons of them out there that get wither skeleton skulls. And the reason is because, like everything, the amount of people online, particularly right now, there's probably about a dozen people in the Nether Hub digging it out to bedrock. And so all of that is reducing our spawn rates. So the more spawn potentials we have, the better. The more spots we have for everything to, do their business, the better it is for us. The more wither skeletons we're going to get, the better it is for everything. Cash and I have also just finished installing a roof up here. Red glass, had a ton of glass laying around, and we were getting sick and tired of the blazes that spawn up here floating up, and then we couldn't hit them with our sword. Arrows right now are just not all that conducive to killing mobs. And in that time alone, we got 3 more skulls. Just in those, 20 minutes or so it took to build this, so it's pretty good. We had a good timing on that, because, like, literally everyone just entered the nether to do that project. I would like to show you guys this in action. It's just not... There's nothing up there. Everybody's in the nether. But it is working. It is functional. There was one thing that I actually screwed up on, and Cash pointed it out, is this column right here is where the zombie pigmen actually fall down, and I had this one as glass next to it, and they were actually able to stand on it at the top, so they weren't falling down. glad I caught it right away. It was right after I finished building this first one that Cash had noticed that, so I thank her greatly because that could have been very, very bad. But for now, this is about it for the project. We need to move off and do other things. Particularly, we need to start work on our base. So I'm probably going to go drop off these skulls. Cash and I need to have a little meeting to determine where we're going to lay everything out. We have a general idea of what we want to accomplish, but we haven't really said this is going to go here or there. So I'll be back in a little bit once we have a little meeting, and we can go over our plans of what we're going to do, bigger scope project for this season for our base. And with the setting sun, we are back, and we are in the Extreme Hills biome just north of our little starter village that Sham has made, and it's just barely not rendering in all the way. It did earlier, and it looked really cool from this distance, just seeing everything he's done so far, and even our little temporary iron farm we got going on. I can't wait for our our iron farm at spawn to be fully operational, and we can get just limitless supplies of the stuff. But here we are, Extreme Hills biome. Yeah, so big plans here. Big plans. We're building a giant mountain, guys. Big, giant mountain. Dwarven style-esque. And I've got this idea for the center bit, and honestly, it needs to be the first thing that gets done. So we're going to build the mountain essentially from the outside in. Or, inside out. Yes, words. Words are difficult sometimes. So we're going to have this large circular interior, and I'm calling it a lava bowl in the middle. So it's going to be a giant, just bowl of lava with some rocks and things sticking out of it. And then on the outsides, there's going to be a nice little ring walkway, and that's going to be our main access points for things. So on the north side, off of the main lava walkway, is going to be our villager trading. We want to keep that as far away from Sham as possible. Our storage is actually going to be right in the middle beneath the lava, and we're going to figure out some ways to get down there. On this side here, I'm thinking we're going to do a crazy extreme cactus furnace XP farm, because I am right now the only person who can repair tools using our villagers, and we need that to change. So that might actually be the first big project we tackle after we start leveling this off. I think I just saw Cash flying around, and she's probably going to spleef me right now, because our beacon needs to go right where I'm standing, so if she does that, that would be sadness. But yeah, lots of big plans, so this thing is going to take, all season long to complete. But I want to start this thing off, and we're going to have to terraform and clear out a lot of stuff right now. I don't think you can see them, but I do have some chests down there on that dirt pad, so we can store all these materials, because that's one other thing we're having issues with, is I don't have the materials right now to trade with, like, our masons that we have in our trading hall. So starting off this project right now is going to help us conquer many things at once. Many, many things. So I have a lot of digging to do right now, and Cash is going to hate me for it. Because I told her no big projects this season. Oh, she's putting it in the wrong spot. No, Cash. No. Oh, I'll fix that in a second. But yeah, lots of digging's about to take place. Hopefully when I get back, there's a basic outline of what I'm trying to do, and give you guys a better idea of the overall goals for the season. As you can see, myself and my group of friends have been quite busy. This was a collective effort by myself, Cash, Pakoshi, and DJ, and we just came out here and dug and dug and dug. So this is a 101 by 101 hole, and it's not even complete. There's Pakoshi right now, killing all the mobs. 101 by 101 hole in the ground. And so this is kind of what I was trying to describe earlier, and it's not going to be like this. This is kind of perfect circles right now, but there's going to be 3 levels to this lava bowl, because I think that's the best way to describe it. Probably like a caldera, I think, maybe? I don't know, I'm not a geologist. I play Minecraft, do other stuff and things. But yeah, so 3 levels, and there's going to be some variations to these platforms. So some of it's going to come out, other parts are going to, like, back in. And then I'm going to end up connecting all of this up. So there's going to be, like, a wall all the way around here, going up, and we're going to do some cool little archways. It's all going to be, like, very detailed, using cobble, andesite, basalt now. And what I'm thinking is it's going to gradually change color. So at the top, it's going to go from grays, then down to, like, bluish blocks, like andesite and basalt, and then eventually it's going to merge into black, lots of black stone and things. And then the lava level itself is actually probably going to be either at this level or 1 level below it. And then there's going to be this nice big rock kind of pillar thing right here in the middle. Other little jagged structures poking out, some magma down here. Gonna put some campfires so we get the smoke effect. There's gonna be lava dripping down from the ceilings. It's gonna be fantastic, but that is like months from now. I really just needed this to get the rest of the base projects going, because this is kind of the central focal point uh, of our underground mountain city of greatness, epicness. And yeah, so because we've been digging so much, I had this little temporary storage area over here, and I'm sorry guys, rockets are lasting forever right now, with these duration ones even. So we've got this temporary storage, but it's run its course. Like, it's pretty much full. All of that is full of stone. I've moved cobble, like, up here, because we figured we need some of that. Grass is pretty full. Gravel's not too bad, but dirt is, like, overflowing everywhere as well. So I was starting to chop down some trees over there when Pakoshi, my hero, uh, told me he had been doing that already, and he gave me a bunch of wood. So what I'm going to do now is I don't want to expand that temporary storage anymore. I'm going to dig down to bedrock, probably right here at the southern edge. So I'm just going to dig a big hole right here and do a more automated storage system. Put the stuff in, clocks take it up a bubble vader, it's auto sorts everything. It'll be fantastic. I might end up doing like a temporary walls on these things just to give you guys a better effect for when we get back. But like I said, all of this is going to change in the very, very distant future. It's a lot of work. This by itself has been kind of insane. The other great byproduct of all this is we finally started making a ton of diamond picks using villager trading. So no diamonds have been spent on this endeavor. It's all been buying them from toolsmiths and librarians and things. So we're looking pretty good right now in the tool aspect. Repairing it is still rough. So I think my next major project, hopefully, is building a bigger cactus XP farm. But this guy's going to take a very long time because I'm thinking the cactus XP farm, at least the cactus part of it, is going to go underneath the center bit there. So maybe next episode, maybe the following episode. But I'm going to shut up now because I'm going to burn through all these picks digging that big hole. But I'll be back when all of that is done. Get the storage in. Hopefully I've got those walls up too to give you guys that better effect. But I will see you probably in a couple days because it's going to take a while. So we have been quite busy yet again, getting down to bedrock and doing some more storage management here. Because TPS is the way it is, I've actually been manually loading this thing in. I've been mostly all the stone. Anytime I get stone, it ends up in the system. Everything else just ends up, except I think DJ's out here with. He's not doing that, which is very upsetting. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, so big storage system. Everything is working fine. I only have one kind of dropper unloader, and you can just hear how slow it is right now because of the mass amount of people online still. You know, it's still very early days of the server, and yeah, that's why I've been manually loading everything. I did discover there is a couple slime chunks down here, so I was gonna slab this up with something, don't know what yet. Probably blackstone, but I actually need the slime, so I'm gonna just light it up, make sure nothing else spawns down here. That way we can get the glorious slime and don't have to deal with all the other baddies. I haven't explained this other part though. I have not lit up anything else down here. I have lit up nothing else because we need lots of gunpowder, so we just let the creepers come at night and then we get all their bits. It's pretty fantastic, actually. I've been getting a decent amount of gunpowder that way, at least enough for me personally to kind of maintain my excessive rocket use like I'm doing right now. But let's stop doing that. I'm probably going to take a long break in between episodes here, though, because I want this whole place to be dug out. There's only one condition that would allow me to not finish this project before I start the real thing I want to do, which is not here. It's back over, in the Nether Fire Fortress. And that's a trident. I don't have a trident yet. I need a trident. Tridents are required for, making creepers go boom and get, 100% drops on wither skulls. So unless that happens, I'm probably going to take a little break from recording. A couple days to get this whole thing dug out. Honestly, picks are the limiting factor right now, and experience. So, I hope you guys fully grasp the concept of what I'm trying to do here. I know it's early, things don't look the greatest right now, but trust me, in the future, I'm not even standing on a block. In the future, this place is going to look pretty awesome and pretty insane. But until next time, you guys have a good one.